You did that for a Hot Pocket?
Yes. All that for a Hot Pocket.
You broke into a bank for a Hot Pocket?
Hot Pocket.
For a Hot Pocket. Was it worth it?
Hell yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, it's worth it. A Hot Pocket? Hell yeah.
Listen, moms, Hot Pockets are exactly what a hungry boy wants in a snack.
Hot Pockets.
Welcome everybody to the Plumes of Hazard. I, as usual, as am your host, the Aceful Vapor. To my left is the lovely talented Fubak, and right down there below me is the words Mass Blast 09. Slaunch. So, thank you everybody, by the way. As
What the fuck? I've been muted this whole time.
I didn't mute you.
Damn it! I had this whole story going, and you're just talking, and what the fuck? Well, it's not
We're not that rude. We're talking over you. You're probably muted.
Go ahead. Yeah, 99.9% muted.
Yeah.
But Anksy, finish what you're gonna say.
I was just gonna say that, for the first like 4 or 5 years of the show, everybody always joked that we were a machine. The last year, it feels like we are not calripticaning this anymore.
Put that those donut grow.
Exactly.
So I was gonna say, you said slancha farts, and I said, speaking of farts, I don't know if I mentioned a couple of. I don't know. It's been 10 years since we've been live. You cannot fart around my son anymore because he will call you out. He'll go, ha ha ha, dada farted.
Oh, he's a
And
snitch.
he just points. And then if anyone else farts around, he'll just go, who farted? Really loud, and he'll just start pointing at people, and he'll be like, you farted? And laugh, and then no, you farted, and laugh, and then it always ends up as dada farted. But he says it just like that. He doesn't say farted. He says dada farted.
Is your kid German?
And all of a sudden, and all of a sudden, he just starts cracking up. But yep,
That is awesome.
Made the mistake of doing that in Target a couple of weeks ago, and that was great. He just looks at you and starts laughing. You farted! And he
Basically, you have
points.
to exercise better trigger discipline around him.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
For sure. Wait a minute. Now we get to talk about keto now.
Oh, Jay in chat? What?
No, it's
Dude, you took the fucking joke out of my mouth, you bastard. Like, Jay's not coming on.
I was watching have you ever watched You Suck at Cooking, the YouTube channel? It's fantastic, right? He was cooking something the other day. I was catching up over the last month. I haven't watched him. He was cutting up slices of butter, pats of butter. He said, "Cut up some butter," or what he called them, or keto meat tray or keto snack tray is what he called it. It's like little bites of butter. It was good.
I remember there was a comedian back when Atkins was hype, when that was the hype low carb diet.
Yeah.
He's like Dr. Atkins. He created it so he could eat as much bacon as he wanted, and no one could say no to him.
I swear to God, guys, it's a real diet. I just get to eat bacon all the time.
Meat and cheese and cheese.
And that's
and meat
fine.
and
You want to do
cheese.
keto, but I swear to God, if I hear anything about you putting bacon grease in your coffee, you're fucking.
Meat and cheese and meat and cheese and meat.
I know I shouldn't care how people eat or do this or that, but that is just objectively vile.
It's pretty
And
gross. And they do the whole buttered coffee thing too. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the fat
Yeah.
bombs and all that other stuff,
just-
man.
What?
Why you gotta fuck up your coffee to get your fats, man?
Mm.
Like,
Yep.
yeah, you put bacon grease in your coffee, and I'd rather you eat ranch with your wings, my guy.
Oof.
Yeah, coming from me.
That's pretty serious. Now down here, you do get a mixed bag of people that will do ranch, and I'm I've been guilty
no,
of it.
no,
Ranch is only supposed to be used
we're not
with the
having this
carrots.
conversation. We've had it way too many
We're
times.
not-
We're not talking about ranch. We're just not.
There's people put ranch in fucking everything.
Sure.
Yeah, I know. I know. We call them lesser humans.
Eesh.
I think it's just a thing. Is it a thing where people don't like buttermilk and dill? Because that's pretty much what it is.
I guess.
It's. I don't know. I just.
'Cause
It's like people relying on one condiment. Even like people who I know people who are just way too hot sauce heavy. At some point, it's just
Right.
like, yo, your cooking sucks.
Or
That's just
ketchup.
what it is.
Yeah.
I know guys like that with ketchup. It's like ketchup on friggin' everything.
Oh yeah, no. My aunt. I've mentioned this on the show before. My aunt puts ketchup on her pizza.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Yeah. Like I took her to like one of the spots, near the old house. Well, their second location by the mall, and she asked the waiter for ketchup, and I just looked at them, and I'm just like,
The why?
Ma'am, I didn't
it's
give
not
you any
from here,
French fries.
I mean, to be fair, where my aunt lives, you don't get like, you have like Pizza Hut pizza and shit. You put ketchup on that, and plus they just love fucking ketchup in Pakistan, India, and that part of the world. Like kebab sandwiches with like ketchup on it.
Yeah.
Because what's really popular there is the chili sauce, which is kind of a ketchup-y consistency, but it's
Yeah.
much more tasty.
Yeah.
Dude, the ketchup has so much sugar in it.
Yes.
Like, bro.
It's
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
so it's
So you do not
basically
give it to kids.
like the chili sauce that you could buy in like Indian stores. It's almost like this and ketchup had a baby.
That's an English product too, right? Heinz makes a chili sauce. It's not spicy really, but it's like ketchup-y, but
it's got some kick to it. They do like a red chili and a green chili sauce.
yeah.
So it's always good to have as a backup in case you get Indian food and they skimp you on the chutney,
Right. Johan wants to know if reindeer fat is okay. I assume in your coffee.
No.
I have
I've never even heard of that. I've never even heard of people doing that, but no.
Well, he's Johan. He's from that area of the Scandinavias. In fact, I don't know exactly where Johan is. I just know he's somewhere up north of
Holmstrom,
UK.
Now, I've watched a lot of hockey in my day.
Would you guess the Swedish?
Sweden.
Yeah, that's what I'd be guessing as well. Actually, I don't know, Johan. You can tell me where you're from. But if he's got
I wanted to insult him, I'd say Finland, but
right, yeah, you gotta be careful. Let's see, yeah, Marksky agrees. He said if Hitler saw you putting ketchup on a pizza, you'd seen the firing squad. Yeah, I would think that's probably
true
true.
story.
Yeah, Sweden.
Oh, I thought you'd see the pizza oven. But all right.
Yeah, that's how Ava Braun went. She put ketchup on her hot dog.
All right, that's it. That's all I can contribute tonight. Thank you, guys.
Demonetized. Funk.
Well, good thing I couldn't show what I was making a few minutes ago. They're actual penis-shaped mask holders that fit in your air vents in your car, and they have a little penis inscribed on it. So,
Remember,
and it just sticks up, and you just put your mask on it. What happened?
Why are they penis shaped?
Because women, bro.
Okay.
I don't know.
remember, if we get shut, we're more likely to shut down for playing Never Seen a Big Boy Get on the Roof.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try. I mean, we're also not like popular enough to offend people to report us to YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, you would. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Johan's in Sweden, but he's half
Plus,
Finnish.
I mean, look at this. We have so few viewers that if we do get reported, it's just a process of elimination. Who snitched?
I know, right?
And I'm gonna send cow shit to your house,
Or caribou shit. We could do reindeer.
or I'll just fly there myself. And
Reindeer shit is like big old Skittles.
Yeah.
I've been taking some very picture-worthy poops lately, so I am gonna drop one on your stoop.
Wait, like, are they gift card worthy poops? Because
Like
you
I know you've shared your poop with me before and on Discord, but I had one.
I don't know about that.
I almost sent it to you. You know what it looked like? Looking down at the bowl, it looked like Homer Simpson's hairs. Now they're arched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
cascading.
Yeah.
It was 2 poops like that.
Whoa,
Perfect.
what?
It was like I was like, whoa.
Does it? He's got 3, right? Doesn't Homer have 3?
Yeah, it wasn't 3, but I just looked at them and I just immediately thought
Yeah.
Homer Simpson's hair.
It reminded you of the hair. That makes sense.
Yeah. So that was my highlight of the week.
It's good. It's good to have a highlight. That's good.
I mean, how often do you like poop? You just look down and you're like, eh.
Just remember, never look down at your poop.
I just like to get a little mental snapshot before I close the lid and
Yeah. Wave goodbye.
Why? You could take an actual snapshot
Yeah.
and then drop your phone on it and make it one with the poop.
Especially if you're my brother, who does that all the time.
I've never dropped my phone near the toilet.
Does he send you the pictures?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There have been times where
I mean, are they poops to be proud of though? Like, are those poops that you're proud to be
Sometimes.
associated with?
Sometimes.
Blood brothers? Blood
Yeah.
poop brothers? Poop brothers.
Sometimes.
Yo, that is a great name for like an establishment. Poop brothers. Like, whether you want to be a bar or you want to be a restaurant. Could you imagine? Poop
Yeah.
brothers?
No.
Yo, where you want to go tonight? Let's go to Poop Brothers.
It's the Poop Brothers.
Let's get some Poop Brothers. Oh man, that might actually be LGBTQ approved.
So, not to talk about vaping, but we can for a minute. Festi brought up the fact that CASA sent out a survey recently, and it was a few days ago. This was last week, I think. Yeah, it was about a week ago that they sent out. So, I mean, I assume go take that. Just give them some of the data. It's not. There's no personally identifiable stuff in there other than what state do you live in, and that's optional, I think. The questions though are relatively interesting. It's like historically what they've done is they're just trying to get an idea of whether or not you use vaping products or whether or not you used to use tobacco products and you no longer do thanks to vaping and that kind of thing, right? I think that's where they're. Excuse me.
But they're going with it.
We're still going with it, and honestly, we still are kind of in the old gray area / starting to be enforced area of the FDA cracking down on this stuff coming in. So whatever they can still do to help, that would be good. Thank you, Addy, for posting the CASA link. That's exactly what we need to do. I mean, it doesn't cost anything but a minute or two of your time. It's really quick, and whatever would help. Oh, Quad, I didn't know that. No mechs, no rebuildables in Canada next month.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow.
I mean, that was kind of, at least we were talking about here in terms of closed systems only being available, right? That was kind of the end game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just sucks when it actually happens, clearly.
Or, well, maybe not all closed stuff, right? Because that new Evolve thing that we talked about a while back.
I mean, stuff like that. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised they want to reach to anything refillable. Because,
right.
Give them an inch, they take a foot, or yard, or what the fuck the saying is. So,
well, and the problem is that the stigma is already there, right?
Yeah.
You see somebody vaping, the stigma is already there. Like, look, I was able to get a family member to go get the vaccine,
Okay.
while we were sitting there, it was really, really good. The health department had it going and got you in, got you out. You waited your 15 minutes. Well, there's a lady that was vaping like heavy across some cars from us. Man, you should have seen the looks that she was getting. And because once again, you had some states that started vaccinating people that were smokers because they classify that as a pre-existing condition.
Right.
So now people see vaping and they automatically this how dare this person get their vaccine, and they're sitting there vaping.
Yeah.
So it's like that's already been done. There's nothing you can do about that.
Right. We were, who was it? Mark. Yeah, Mark just asked what the new manager's how he stands on vaping. I don't. I'm pretty sure he's still trying to figure out where he is and has his people guiding him around.
And it doesn't even really matter because there were so many vapors who thought Trump would. I was just saying this in chat, like Trump would save it, and and then he kind of spoke on it once that.
Well, he had that big round table, which was pretty promising, and then
he fucking regretted it. He's like, I don't know why. He literally said, I don't know why I got involved with this shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
And then you have vapors who are just like, well, he didn't exactly kill it. Like,
yeah, and then didn't exactly do anything about all the
go
regs.
back to smoking, you stupid twat. Jesus.
And they all sat there and waved at him as he flew by in his helicopter while he was shitting on them.
Yeah.
A pack of smoke particles. Gas station.
Yeah, Brendo, the new Evolve thing is that it's like 100 and something. I thought it was like $100, but maybe I'm wrong.
Said it before and I'll say it again. If it ain't at the gas station, if it ain't at Walmart, if it ain't at these places, forget it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna reach the level of people that you know.
The weirdos.
Yeah.
Like us.
That's right.
I include us in the weirdos. And everybody in chat.
Long-term survival in this game, if you want to be able to eat decent for a lot of people, was to try and cut a gas station deal.
Make it little, make it cheap, and volume it.
There's dudes I was partying with at Vapor Slam, I think, who had a juice line and ended up making a deal with Lukoil for distribution. That's a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for them. Were those? No. Sorry, I just got a text.
But
I'll make it go away. No. Okay.
Oh, I got a new air purifier.
A
smaller one.
Does it purify?
Mm-hmm.
Does it do that?
Are you
negative ion things?
Are you vaping inside?
Fuck yeah, I am.
Yeah. Is there anything in the lease there about it?
It's not smoking, it's vaping.
Okay.
Plus, dude, I literally just went to get dinner an hour and a half ago and I smelled weed, so ever so faintly, but someone in the building was chiefing, so
I'm the same. Okay, so and to your point, I'm falling, firmly in the same boat because like when I got a loaner car, I had to take my car into the shop. Loaner car all over is like no smoking, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, I'm still gonna vape. I mean, it's not smoking. B, if I bring it back and it smells faintly of graham crackers, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, just make sure. So like my brother only knows when I vape in his car when I vape Snowdrift. It pisses him off, and I know the smell it leaves in a car.
Yeah.
And I know that many people I know don't agree with the room note it leaves. So, what's the company? He said, don't, like, when I borrowed his car when I was moving, he's like, don't vape in the car. I just got to clean and everything. I was vaping this. Very little vape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I was fucking hot and sweaty from moving. I had the windows down both ways.
You'll be fine.
So, like,
you'll never
20-degree air while I'm doing 60 was no thing.
Addy just posted a link to ATHRA AU. We're an Australian health promotion charity educating the public and health professionals about safer alternatives to vaping. Okay.
Or I have to be at a Cypress Hill concert to get contact high, like you speak. Isn't what am I gonna get high off of like a faint smell when I go out into the hallway? Like, I literally pulled down my mask. I was like,
you're like, hello, what do I smell? I'm not the mask police. I'm just the inspector.
I have come to tax that shit.
Mark said, I picked up a humidifier that you put electricized water in it mixed with a bit of chlorine.
Oh,
electricized
shit.
water? You mean water is naturally polar?
It is. It sanitizes the whole house.
Like, even if you have sophisticated enough testing equipment, you can get a current out of distilled water.
I'm Like it's a game changer. Yeah, a chlorine gas. In fact, that reminds me. We were just talking about Bender before we went live.
That's a contact high.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite Bender gags.
Yeah.
Is when he drinks all that pool water and opens up his chest and goes, "Get it? It's chlorine."
You make it contact. That's right. You're gonna contact the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I actually need to set up my humidifier because I blow bloody bogeys every morning.
What's the humidity over there at?
In this place, because it's like pretty humid outside, but it's pretty fucking dry in here. It is 24% humidity right now. Don't you
Wow,
wish
that's
you had
pretty
that
dry.
right now?
What? 24%? Damn.
Pretty low.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, it's 78% outside right now and 50%
Yeah, I know. I need
where
it
I'm
to
in.
be like at least 30 in here.
Yeah.
The high humidity was 29. The low was 22. The fuck?
Damn. No wonder you're coughing up bloody bogues.
Oh yeah, it was like bad. Like, cause you know, like you live long enough, you know your nose, you know when something comes out, and when it's like when it feels a little extra chunky in the morning,
Yeah.
I know I look and I'm just like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, but God damn, it felt so good this morning. I was just like, you'd be up for a bit, let your fluids settle.
Mhm.
And then I just went in the kitchen. I was like, I can think again.
Do you pay for water there or no?
Hot water, yeah.
Oh, hot water.
Yeah, I live in a.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say you could do the old leave the tub full of water overnight.
Yeah.
That was
No, I've
one
done
tip. That was one tip that was great to find from Chuff when I was in Vegas. Like, yeah, it's like fill the bathtub with water. Oh my God, that was amazing.
Otherwise, you could also do like the ghetto thing where you just boil a big pot of water and leave it in the corner of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a humidifier. I just need. They were added distilled water at the pharmacy, which I found odd. So, I'm not going to put regular fucking tap water in there.
Yeah. End up with a super saturated solution of whatever's in your tap water. Although New York water is pretty good.
It's not even that. It's just the hard water buildup. I don't want to start that.
Yeah. It keeps some of that CLR shit around.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I have some. It's great. Because I would use that on my shower head.
Right. What was I going to talk about? I just caught up with seasons 3 and 4 of The Expanse. Was I talking to you about that a while back, Ahmed?
Expanse? No.
The
it
Expanse?
may have been-
It was a pretty good show.
Oh, it actually, yeah, you were telling me about it, that you got into it late.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 seasons when they were pretty new, but I haven't watched it in quite some time, obviously. So I just watched 3 and 4. It's a fun show. It's pretty interesting. It's got some different takes on things. It's got a couple, kind of stock sci-fi, memes, but it's pretty decent. Pretty decent.
I somehow found myself. I rewatched The Sopranos again.
Yeah.
I rewatched it early lockdown, and it was great. Fucking loved it. And then, like, just being bored at work, I just found myself watching Sopranos clips on YouTube, and I was like, fuck it, we're rewatching it right now. And I blew through that shit in 4 work days.
Oh, damn. Damn.
Yeah.
That's some power watching.
I don't think I mentioned it because I did it in the midst of like the X amount of days I had to work right after I moved.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then one of those nights, the night of the Georgia runoff, I was at work until like 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
That's a long haul one.
Yeah, that shit sucked.
Horace says, "Come live with me at 8,300 feet. Even when it snows, it's dry." Damn, dude. I've been up to Denver and then up the mountains up to 11,000, I think, when we went all the way up, and it's parchy for sure up that way.
I'd still rather be parchy cold, man. Wet cold sucks so
Much colder, which is what it usually is here in Texas. When it gets cold enough to snow, even anyway, it's usually wet.
Like 30 degrees and wet here sucks.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and it's like that in Amsterdam a good bit of the year.
Fessy said, "I still think The Wire is the best TV I've ever watched." I pulled that up on my Plex server and looked at it, And I have still never watched The Wire. I think I watched like the first 2 or 3 shows a few years ago.
I tried, man.
I couldn't really.
All my friends raved about it. I tried.
I rave about it. It's fucking,
I don't know. I don't know if it was the video quality or because it's been around. It's been around forever.
Started in 2001.
I could not.
It's standard def 4:3. I mean, just brutal.
These are all lab rat excuses.
No.
Seriously, but it is a great fucking show. It's not like other shows. Like, without spoiling too much, I'm gonna tell you, there's no soundtrack to the show.
It's just the show. Yeah. And that's so I've always been told that it's awesome, and maybe I need to just give it a whack again because I've heard you have to push through the first couple seasons.
I don't think so. I think I was hooked pretty fucking quickly. I would argue that season 2 is like the weakest out of the bunch, but otherwise you still watch it. It's still good. Everything ties in together. It's a show that makes you almost literature nerd out over it because of how many, like, just all the stupid shit you had to sit through with boring ass books and literature. You just take that and you apply it to something that's more interesting and something you're more observant to, like, just subtle references from previous seasons, or, there are a lot of dots for you, the viewer, to connect yourself.
Yeah. Bestie says, and there's no good guys and no bad guys. It's just people, I assume is what he's saying.
And you make your own choices to who you like, and there's no, like, that's the thing, you're not told how to feel about the show. And like you realize how much other shows do that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They definitely drive you to
and that's what I love about it, is that you can kind of formulate your own opinion on it, and like we talked about it briefly in a college class and how it applied to I think it was in one of my political science classes.
Interesting.
I'm running inside. I'll be right back.
And it's also the kind of show that really, at least when I watched it, it kind of really changed my view of the world. Seriously.
Really? That much, huh?
Oh, yeah. Not just the world, but systems. That's kind of what it's about.
Well, maybe I'll push it through and give it another whack. I do want to watch it because I have for so many years from so many people heard how good it is.
Yeah,
I just haven't done it.
It's incredibly authentic too, because it was written by a former cop and a former reporter from the Baltimore Sun.
Yeah. So
it's like you're not going to get a better story from both sides than that.
Right.
And there's a lot of funny moments in the show too, where it's just,
Speaking of funny, so since when I legit yesterday or the day before, I just looked at The Wire and I'm like, I'll try something else that I haven't watched. And I watched Ash versus the Evil Dead. I watched the first season and a half. So for many years, Bruce Campbell is one of my favorite people. Like, he just cracks me. He's such a ridiculous human. He makes me laugh all the time. And The Army of Darkness was one of my very favorite movies when I was in school. I adored that movie. We watched it, dozens of times. And so I just never got around to watching the series that he put out. So I watched it. It's very Sam Raimi. It's very campy. If you like old school kind of horror movies, that's what it is. A lot of blood, a lot of gore, a lot of ridiculousness, a lot of cheese.
That's what Banshee was for me.
I watched a little Banshee because Masty tried to get me to watch that. I watched the first season or so.
It's like, Banshee is good if you like excessive violence.
Yeah.
And it's really well done special. I think they actually won an Emmy.
Oh, did they?
Fight scene, for the special effects. They were really well done.
Okay.
The guy who plays Homelander in The Boys, I think I mentioned this, he's in Banshee.
I
didn't recognize him in The Boys because of the blonde hair and shit and all that, but it was just like, oh my, it was like 3 or 4 episodes in, and I was like, oh my, I'm so fucking stupid. I did not realize this. But it's a fun show.
What? Yeah, but does it have Lucy Lawless in it? Because Ash vs. the Evil Dead has Lucy Lawless in it.
It doesn't have Lucy Lawless, but it does have, the main female in there are 2 two very spectacular females, and then you get Elijah Dushku for one season.
Okay. Mark said he just watched cooking shows and reruns of the A-Team. Ba-ba-da-bam, bum, bum, bum. The A-Team reference in the IT crowd is one of my very favorite things. I think it was like on the first episode or second episode where Denham's got him the A-Team on his desk. You might think this is a picture of my family. It's not. It's the A-Team. And he goes through and he introduces them all as the wrong name, and Mr. T introduces as the Jewelry Man. It's so good.
Do you know the story behind his wearing a lot of chains?
No, I don't think I do.
So, if I remember correctly, he used to be a bouncer, and those were other people's chains he had taken.
He was a bouncer in what?
Like, you would take people's chains when he'd throw them out of the club.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so he would just fucking end up in the night with just like a bajillion chains on.
That's fantastic. Yes, Festy, that's right.
Like
Eliza's...
Mr. T throws you out of the club and takes your chain when you can fight him for it.
You're right. You're just going to get pitied. Whoa, it's Dean. Hello, Dean the vaping biker.
You mean Viking Vapor?
Oh, that's Viking Vapor. Never mind.
Mr. Dyslexic.
I guess Dyslexia for Cure founded
Stop
that.
giggling like a little schoolgirl.
I totally dyslexied that. That's funny.
I was like, what?
Barefoot Contessa. Oh my gosh.
Oh God.
That lady is. Oh
She dressed
gosh.
like my kindergarten teacher.
Yeah. Yeah. That lady is
That same fucking jeans blue button, that very 90s like semi light blue. Oh God.
Mm-hmm. And her weird.
Never left 1994.
Her mega awkward husband, Jeffrey. I don't know why I know that. Why do I know that? The guy who is clearly not batting for the same team comes in. Oh boy. That's
I forgot about her. Holy shit.
I did too. I haven't thought
used to
about her
watch
in a
with my mom
decade.
here and there.
What's her real name? Why do I know her husband's name and not hers? Oh boy, yeah. No, there's a lot of better cooking shows out there, Mark. I was just talking about You Suck at Cooking. That's a fantastic YouTube channel. You should watch that.
Also, Mark, there's a Twitch cooking channel that just shows old cooking shows 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some good shit there. I ran into some stuff I grew up watching, so that was cool. They'll show some Martin Yan, Jacques Pepin.
Oh, Martin Yan. Yan Can Cook. That was like the first cooking show I saw when I was a kid. It was Martin Yan, and it was oh man, why can't I remember his name? I can see him. The Cajun chef, the old guy. Oh my gosh, what was his name?
I can't remember. Fuck.
Justin. Oh God, what's his name? Justin Wilson, maybe?
Oh, yes, maybe.
Like early 80s. Yeah, Justin Wilson. Like hardcore old school, thick Cajun accent. Hey, it's Masty. He's back. So yeah, it was Martin Yan and Justin Wilson when I was growing up, man. And that guy, both of them were just trips. Absolutely trip. Yeah, that's the one. Justin Wilson. I guarantee. Mon cher.
Yes, Garon. I used to fucking say that when I was a kid.
Yeah, man.
Like I'm like, why do I remember? Yeah, that guy.
I mean, binging with Babish is second to none. He is an excellent YouTube channel. Not only for like conveying awesome, really good information, but also he's really funny. And so, I mean, like he puts that together in an engaging sort of YouTube channel that many people try and do not get it there. And plus you can, you can show it to anybody, kids and ladies and whoever like that might be more sensitive. Unlike, for example, Maddie Matheson, who you could not show to anybody because that guy is a trip. I still watch his stuff, but man, he'll curse
I
a
watch it
blue
very
streak.
sparingly these days. Just like
What was that?
I watch his stuff very sparingly. He's kind of worn on me some.
It's super easy to get. It's too much, right? I mean,
I also was a little offended at how he made butter chicken. So
was it bad? I don't think I
it
saw that
wasn't
one.
that. There were just some steps he took that aren't taken. Making it.
Who is the woman who was a supermodel gorgeous? Yeah, Jada De Laurentiis, right?
Great New York boobs.
Yeah, wasn't she like the granddaughter of Hemingway or something? Wasn't she related to somebody like that? I seem to remember that being the case anyway. Now I got to look it up.
Well, yeah,
Giada.
Giada De Laurentiis. I remember she was quite the it cooking girl on Reddit for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Are you sure you're not thinking about the barefoot Contessa?
No, maybe.
she's not supermodel gorgeous, no.
No, for sure.
No, related to.
No, let's see, who was it? All right, no, she's got quite a pedigree as far as who her people are, but
I would not mind being her husband for a week.
for sure, she's very pretty. The only problem is her sporadically extraordinarily strong Italian accent coming out occasionally.
See, this is the amount of fucks I give.
You'll tolerate it. It's fine. This is something you will deal with.
Like, she makes legitimately delicious fucking food, and she's gorgeous, and could probably kick my ass. So
Probably. Oh, she's got a Jada branded knife.
Yeah, I saw that. As soon as he talked about I don't give a shit when he went like this, and I saw the knife, I'm like, yeah, fuck your shit up.
Yeah, that's right. Ida is Ida Garden. Disco Potatoes and Hooked on the Funk on the 510 connection. What? Disco Potato and Hooked on Funk, the 510 connection? Is that really a YouTube channel? Because now I got to click on it.
Who runs
if
that?
you call yourself the 510 connection, you're not very reliable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think I mentioned this last time. I do not
That's pretty
celebrate
good.
Macon. I'm not going to celebrate a inferior thread spec.
That's right. Terrible.
Can we have like a celebration day for Zen's thread spec or something?
Yeah, the Z3 thread, baby.
Is there a 20? What is this? 20 by 1.5 or 20 by 1?
Something like that. Well, the 20 by 1 was that old standard mech thread that you could get hybrid stuff on, right? Like the like
Right, I
Dio's-
think his is 20 by 1.5.
right. And it
But
was
there's no,
different.
we can't celebrate 21.5.
Viking Vapor. Where is Sir Understudy? Who knows? he rarely rolls around here.
He's unimpressed by Cyberpunk on his overpriced video card.
Yeah. It was
That's what he is doing.
it was okay. I was watching the guy play it through on stream. It seemed like a pretty good game.
Yeah, I just I don't like jump on the epics like others do. Like our Discord jumped on it and fucking we're done with it within 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just
Oh, dude, Addy, I would if I was ever up that way, I would totally go to Zen's shop.
I was headed up that way. I lost my job before then.
That just to roll around that shop would be so. And to hang out with him in his shop would be hilarious. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, no, it's just so fucking far.
Is it? Where's it at?
It's like in the Rochester area.
Oh, is it really? Is it that far out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure the man could talk. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, he came to the Henley a couple times when I was working there.
Well, we had him on here a couple of times.
He was talking about. I think this was before we had him on. He was telling me about when he used to drop acid and he like licked a girl's armpit at a show and. I mean, I would like. Were you not surprised he did that?
No, definitely not surprised. Not
That's metal as
surprised.
fuck right there.
That is not metal as fuck. That's just zen as fuck.
Well,
So he isn't part of Poe anymore. Yeah, he's totally part of Poe. He just doesn't ever come around. He's around occasionally. He'll go for a couple months and not come on, and then come on for a couple days.
He's
He's
like in the
definitely
National
around.
Guard of Poe.
He's a what?
He's like in the National Guard of Poe.
Yeah,
He is.
that's probably about. That's a good way to put it.
Oh, yeah.
In
Maybe he's
emeritus.
maybe he's fudging his service record here and there. And then's going to run
Maybe.
for president.
Rochester, you could stop by Phil and have a cup of tea. Two birds, one stone. No, isn't Phil in Florida now? Didn't he
so.
move down to Florida a couple years ago?
Yeah, well, he had that. He had it.
He's always been in
Florida.
Florida and here.
You mean in here? In here?
One thing Dimitri never gave us, in all the homoerotic bro shit that they've done,
Yeah.
we never got a photo of Phil in a tanning bed.
Are you sure?
Dude.
I thought they had a pic. I thought they had. Well, not.
It was a
not
picture of
inside
that.
of the. Not inside of the tanning bed. Yeah, but
No,
they
that's what I
did
mean.
take one in the.
In his little fucking swim trunks and the little eye covers. Like, if we had that,
Yeah.
you know we'd have that.
Yeah.
We could replace our coming soon sort of slide. That could totally.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that would be crazy.
Yeah. Addie said he still has the Rochester place for summer. Oh, okay.
To be honest, that part of New York is dope during the summer, upstate New York. So
I'm sure.
don't blame him for that.
I mean,
It's not even upstate; it's Western New York.
yeah. What have I told you about the story of the place in downtown Rochester that I went to? Oh my god, I didn't know if I ever told this story on the show. So, I had a client in Rochester. I was working for one of the utility companies up there, doing some work for them. And the only place to eat anywhere around in this downtown area where we were, the only place to eat was this place called the Courthouse or something like that. It was like, it was you go inside, it was a court themed restaurant that was right next to the courthouse, like the actual courthouse. And the two people running it was a married couple. The guy was wearing like judge's robes and had a gavel, and he's the one who ran the register. And his wife, made salads and whatever, but prep stuff on the side. And when you went up to pay, you had to plea, like guilty or innocent, and he would hammer his gavel. It was the weirdest place. Like all of the food was like
That's
court
weird.
themed in its names. It was super weird.
That's a bit taking it too far.
Yeah, for sure. That it was one of those things that like that was probably a really funny workshopped idea, and then it just went too far. Like just need to stop that about a third of the way into it, then it would have been fine. Wait, hold on. Yeah, Night Mark. His hot tub videos of him and Dimitri, I have not seen that, and I don't think I want to.
I mean, those are cool. That's what I mean. They want you to see that. Want something that Phil doesn't want us to see, like the tanning bed, as I mentioned.
Right.
Should I actually? I was just talking to Dimitri on Instagram today. I mean, I should mention, be like, do you have a photo of Phil in the tanning bed?
Just specifically, this is just something that we need. It needs to happen. But he has to have the little glasses on, right? The little goggles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it's not going to work if he's just like regular Phil. Like,
Right. Exactly.
If he's down here, he ain't got no tanning bed.
no, that's what I mean. That's why he's always in Miami and here.
Yeah.
And when he closes the tanning bed, he goes to Miami.
Keep it going.
All right. I have got a bunch that I got to get rolling to do tonight, and I hope you don't mind. I think we need to call it tonight.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Me and Matt are gonna go play Among Us with the boys. So
Yeah, that's fine. No problem. I have less fun plans.
yeah, with proximity chat is the shit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because we're actually talking to each other in game, like when we pass each other.
Mm.
Anytime anyone passes me, I'm like, "Fuck you."
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming by. Sorry we missed last week. It shouldn't happen again, at least not for a while. We love you. Stay safe. Be kind to somebody out there. Take it easy.
Peace.
Deuces.